Okay, so we've got this rationalize and simplify. And the key thing is, it doesn't matter what the top is. We just completely ignore the top. And what we care about is what's on the bottom. We've got to put a cheeky bracket around, because we're going to be multiplying. And we're going to multiply the bottom by the exact same thing, but change it to a minus sign. Which means the top, we've got to times by the same thing as the bottom. Because if we times by something else, then it's clearly going to change the value. If we times the top and the bottom by the same amount, same overall answer. And then because we've got this minus sign and a plus sign, we're going to get root 5, which is just 5. We're going to get 1 times minus 1, which is minus 1. But when we get root 5 times minus 1 and 1 times root 5, they cancel out. We get positive root 5, negative root 5, nothing. On the top, we're going to get 5 from root 5 times root 5. We're going to get plus 7. And then we're going to get minus root 5 minus 7 root 5, which is minus 8 root 5. So you'll notice we haven't got rid of the root. If the number is irrational, it's got to stay irrational. It's got to have a rationality in it somewhere. But we've cleared it off the bottom. Now we just tidy it up. 12 minus 8 root 5 over 4. Oh, I can actually cancel that more because 12, 8, and 4 all divide. So we can do 3 minus 2 root 5. Is that in the form they've asked for? Yes, it is, where a is 3 and b is minus 2. Let's do another example. And I'm going to skip along to this one because it looks really horrible. But it's just exactly the same idea, that we're going to put a bracket round, We're going to multiply the bottom by the same thing, but with the opposite sign. So put a plus. And we've got to times the top by the same thing as the bottom, so that it's an equivalent fraction. And then we've got to do all the expanding. So on the bottom, we're going to get 4 times 3, and we're going to get root 5, which is 5. We don't need to worry about the root 5 times and that times, because they're going to cancel. That's the whole point. We will need to do it on this one. So we're going to get, now this is more complicated. So I'm going to do my proper crab claw. So it's going to be 17 times 2, which is 34. Root 3 means times 3. We're going to get 17 root 3 root 5 plus 17 root 3 root 5. And I can't really draw underneath, so we'll do it just like this. So we're going to get 5 times 2 is 10 times root 3 root 5. And we're going to get 5 root 5 root 5, which is 5 times 5, which is 25. And now we've got to simplify all this. So on the bottom, it's going to be 12 minus 5, 7. And on the top, we're going to have to work out that 90, 102. Plus, we've got 17 root 3 root 5 and 10 root 3 root 5. So that is 27 root 3 root 5. 25. So let's change that to a 2 and that to a 7. And then we've got that sorted. And then I'm just looking. I don't think this can cancel anymore, or I've done it wrong. But if that 7 is true, which I can only assume it is, that nothing's going to cancel because that doesn't divide by 7. And if that doesn't, then it doesn't matter if that one does. So I think I'm going to stop there. That's probably as simple as I can make it. Now, if it asked you, give it in the form of, and it was sort of like, a plus b root c, well, you could do, in which case a would be, you'd have to split the fraction, right? So imagine that it was 127 over 7, and then 27 root over 7, in which case a would be 127 over 7, b would be 27 over 7, and c, if they wanted it as a single root, well, we can just combine those together. C would be 15, so it would be root 15. So sometimes, especially these days, they'll ask you to do that and give it in a certain form because they know that actually you could have just typed that in your calculator and your calculator will just spit out the simplified version. So in order to stop you doing that, they'll often ask you not to fully simplify it, but instead to give it in a certain form, which means you need to sort of muck about with it a little bit. But that's how we rationalize, is it's the same denominator, but change the sign, the same numerator as you're now timesing by, and then expand everything like double brackets, simplify the roots together, and simplify everything else by collecting like terms. Hopefully that makes some sense to you. If not, then maybe let me know and we can sit down and have a look at it in person. Ta-ra for now.